that is almost all artificially built on top, layer over layer. So it's like a mini Megiddo. Yes, why isn't there a national park? Are people visiting it? Well, it's just not. Relatively to Megiddo and to other sites, it's less important. It was excavated, and some of the things were quite interesting, but there's nothing more. Again, that's Tel Yoknam. So it's the gateway to what? To the Jezreel Valley that's now opening. So why is Megiddo more important than Yoknam? I think you understand, and we'll understand it better as we continue, is that if you're coming from the south, if you're coming from Egypt, and you're going north and want to cut through, are you going to wait to the second valley to make the right and continue through? No, you'll take the first valley, which is the Wadi Ara, the Aroer Valley, and you're going to come through that way. So coming from the south, it makes sense. And also if you're coming from Jezreel Valley, why are you going to continue an extra 25 kilometers to get to Wadi Milch and then come down? So you'll take the one that is farther east. So that's why Megiddo would be more important. So Megiddo is the most important site in the Jezreel Valley, as it is the gateway to the if you're coming from the south into the Jezreel Valley, and if you're coming from the north into one of the valleys that will cut through the Carmel. Okay, the Carmel is now in view on our left. If you look up above the industrial area of Yokneam, you can see the southern and eastern part of the Carmel, Keren Carmel. On the top, if you can notice, there's a building, and that is the Mukhraka, today a monastery, remembering the showdown that Elijah had with the prophets of Baal. And the showdown itself would have been in this area here, okay? But he would have climbed up the mountain, or up higher, where he slaughtered the prophets. Anyway, this is the junction that was called Somet HaTishbi. So this is named after Elijah, and now we're in the Jezreel Valley. In a few moments, we're going to cross two things of importance. One is going to be the train, and we're going to have a whole day which is going to focus around the Jezreel Valley, which we will explain more about the Valley Train, but the Valley Train will come up once or twice today. And we're going to cross the Kishon River. Kishon River. And the Kishon River basically starts around the area of Mount Tabor, which on a clear day we would see from now, but it's not so clear right now. And it spills into the Mediterranean right near Haifa. Okay, so that's the Kishon riverbed, and this is the Jezreel Valley, and we're going to discuss why all those things will be very important. Now it's beautiful farmland, but if you can understand that if the Kishon Valley, the Kishon riverbed is blocked by debris and by other things, what's going to happen to the river? Let's take a look left. You can see if this area is blocked, it's not really a very large descent as you go into Haifa. This entire area will turn into swamps, and that's what it was throughout most of the last 3-4 centuries. So this place was swamps. It was not the best land that anybody could farm in, and that's one of the reasons why these were some of the first lands that were sold to Zionist pioneers that wanted to find places to cultivate, to build agricultural communities. So we're going to discuss that also just in a moment. So okay. You can see the Carmel behind us if you missed it before, and you can see how it dominates the entire Kishon riverbed, the Jezreel Valley. And now we're crossing over right now there's just a trickle of water down in some of these smaller little rivers that are basically what's left of the Kishon River. And if you look up to the left, we're going to wave to him right now, and we'll go visit him much closer just in a moment. Do you see a statue of a man on a horse? And there's a burial of a sheikh, a kever sheikh, of Sheikh Abrek. That's the hill of Sheikh Abrek. You see where the cows are? There's a sheikh's tomb, Sheikh Abrek, and then there is a horse and a man on top of the horse overlooking the valley. He's guarding the valley right now. Okay, we're going to meet him a little bit later. His name is Alexander Zaid. So take a look. So wave to Alexander Zaid, and we will go visit him very, very soon. So get ready. We're about to get off the bus. אנחנו עוצרים בבית כנסת למטה, ואז עוזבים אותך, אתה יורד למטה עד לאיזה 12. אתה פנו. נכון, אתה רוצה לבוא, תכנה את האוטו, תבוא. כן. No. A brick translates. Okay, here we go. Take a look. You see how we're not on the main highway? We're up on the old highway, actually. They built a new one down there. And as we go here, we follow the signs. Take a look. Because if you're coming here for... You see this is the road 722 to Nazareth. We're taking a left here. Take a look. Kiryat Tivon, Beit Sha'arim, and Beit Zaid. Beit Zaid. The Zaid family farm is still here. Okay. We are going to get off of the bus for approximately 2 hours. So take everything with you. You don't have to take your lunch, but take everything you're going to need. Take your whispers with you. It's still a little chilly, but it's going to warm up. This, where we're going through, is the beginning of Beit Sha'arim Kiryat Tivon. Kiryat Tivon is the modern name, but on this side, people will still maybe call it Beit Sha'arim. I think on their mail it still says Kiryat Tivon. And take a look. There's a traffic circle coming up. We're going to be taking a left. So if you're coming here as with tourists, the signage here is not that great. And if you don't know where you're going, obviously if you have Waze does help, and you put, but it's not always second nature. You're going into a completely residential area these sites are in. Beit Sha'arim, again, you'll see where we are. We go at Tapos Mona. Here we're gonna take a left. Yeah, mostly the same phone.
What? Oh, these are like
And Haifa. Okay, so this is the beginning of the Zaid farm. From here, all the way in, all the way up to the left. And we're going to be getting off the bus in just about 30 seconds. And we're going to be off the bus again for about 2 hours. Okay. It's very slippery here, so be very, very careful. There is a sign saying don't walk here, but we will.